This is the Bug River. I'm in a location called Rostki Wielkie, which is approximately 4 kilometers here to the east of Malkinia. And now the Bug River starts in Ukraine, what isn't today Ukraine, and then it goes in a westerly direction and it forms the border between Poland and Ukraine in the northwestern corner of Ukraine. Then it forms a border between Poland and Belarus, and then it turns in a westerly direction, and both sides of the bank are then in Poland, and then it flows into the Narew, which then joins the Vistula, both of which happens just to the north of Warsaw. Now here I'm standing on the right bank of, so it's flowing in that way, it's flowing in that direction. So obviously this is part where both are in Poland, both the left bank and the right bank. In 1939, August 1939, the German foreign minister von Ribbentrop flew off to Moscow, and there he met with his counterpart Molotov, and also met Stalin and lots of other people, and they signed a treaty of friendship, and which that friendship was such that it led with a secret annex to the partition of Poland, the fourth partition of Poland, on the 1st of September 1939, or less than a week later. Nazi Germany invaded Poland, and on the 17th of September 1939 the Soviet Union invaded Poland. And the border between the two countries was set along a line. Okay, it was adjusted, but it was set along a line of this river, the Bug River. So, what happened in this case? The bank, the left bank, was in Nazi Germany, and the right bank, which is now on the left-hand side, was part of the Soviet Union. However, as the Bug River sort of veers off to the west and the border went off to the north, the border along the Bug River was somewhere approximately where I am right now, give or take a couple of 100 meters approximately. And this became a place where people tried very hard to get to. Now, there were people who wanted to flee the Soviets, mainly ethnic Poles, but anybody who had a history was anti-communist, and there were those who wanted to flee the Nazis. And they were mainly Jews, but there were also people who were communists. And so there was this huge exchange of population. On the subject of people fleeing, there were also Jews that fled to the Nazi-occupied parts. So much was the lack of information that quite a number of people did this. I'll have to do one or two individual videos on it. I mean, such was the cooperation between the two that the fact that somebody was a communist didn't really make much difference to the Soviets, because there was later a pact was signed between the two, NKVD and the Gestapo, for exchange of prisoners. So the NKVD even handed over communists to the Nazis. So really, and the same thing actually in 1945 when Germans came out and said that they were communists and had always been communists. This was ignored by the Red Army and the Soviets, and said, no, you're German no matter what. So in areas like this there was a lot of smuggling and exchange of things which could be bought in one area but not in the other. Now, there ceased, of course, to be a border in 1941 with the invasion of the Soviet Union by Nazi Germany. Now, the railway station at Malkinia is approximately 5 kilometers from here, more or less, and that was a major point on the line between Warsaw, Białystok, and eventually Petersburg. For example, when there was the uprising of 1863, the capture of the bridge by the rebels, the insurgents, Polish insurgents against the Tsar, and they even burned the bridge over the Bug. They didn't have explosive materials to do it with. Now, this is clearly a highly strategic position. So, as early as probably the 2nd of September 1939, Malkinia was bombed, and also the bridges themselves were attacked. I think I came across information that was actually attacked on the 1st, but the signs here say the 2nd. So we'll leave it with what they actually say. So it's logical though that the communication centre like that would be something that would have to be would be a target quite quickly. So later, Malkinia became very important in the Holocaust because of its closeness to the Treblinka death camp, and transports of Jewish people locked up in cattle wagons were transported, not just from Poland, but effectively from all of Europe. I mean, even as far as Greece, and they ended up at Malkinia, and from Malkinia the trains turned around, and so instead of pulling the carriages, they pushed the carriages to the Treblinka railway station, and at Treblinka railway station the 20 wagons were peeled off and then sent into the death camp, or pushed into the death camp, I should say. You see, it's a very peaceful location to come to, and I had been searching for the border for some time, and now I'll do a separate video. I'll try and do a separate video, and I'll put the maps up that were used by Molotov, Stalin and Rippentrop, and you can see how little detail there is in them. It's not clear at all what they want. They were using really small pieces of paper for large amounts of territory, and this of course could have led to disputes. Now they put up border posts. There was one border post approximately 700 meters, something along those lines. Of course, the Poland, as it went to further east, it became sort of opened up, and the border was quite long. It's about 1,000 kilometers, something like that. So there you see the Bug River at just the east, I should say, Roski Wielkie, but just to the east of Malkinia. Anyway, great. I hope you found that interesting. Thanks for watching. I upload every see the road here sort of goes away, so I won't follow the road, goes away from the river. I will walk back down here. So I upload every Tuesday and every Friday at 2000 hours my time. I'm based in Poland and in Germany, and if you're interested in research-based history, then this is the place to come to. And so thanks for being with me, and all the best for now from me.